The key to the our Toyota, is busted. This is the manual key part, and it doesn't lock. We're missing this piece. So my intention is to make a leather key case or a leather FOB case. These are called FOBs. Not sure what FOB stands for. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a case for this, make it look pretty. We're gonna form it. So the first step is to make a mold for the leather. We want to form the leather. We're going to moisten the leather, form it around the key, clamp it, let it dry, then dye the case, punch some holes into it, stitch it up, add a keychain. So the first step is to make a mold. I need to make a clamp to hold the two pieces of leather together. We're going to add a piece of leather to the top, to the bottom, press it in between a clamp or a mold to form the leather. So I'm using a marker with a long nose here. It allows you to get close to it. So I'm going to trace it as best as I can. And then I'm going to add about 2 millimeters to the edges. And that's for the width, for the thickness of the leather. I want to use a leather, vegetan leather. I've got a bunch of samples, scrap pieces, between 1 and 4 millimeters. I'm thinking between 1.2-ish and 1.5. I don't know, 1 to 2 millimeters. I want to use that size. So here's the outline of the key. I want to, in the past, I tried making one. I'll be honest. I tried making one out of sort of styrene. It's very thin styrene. It didn't hold very well. I wasn't able to clamp it properly. So I want to use a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch piece of plywood to make the clamp or the mold this time. So we're just going to go around it. This will account for the thickness of the leather. I'll go straight on the edges, so it doesn't matter if I have straight edges or not. It's going to be like that. And then I want to make it a little bit thicker. I want to add it like that. I want to make my mold that size. So said the seamstress. I don't know what I just said. Okay, let's cut this out as best we can. Let's use a straight edge. Straight edge where we can. Okay. Okay. So let's use this 1/2 inch piece of plywood. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? So what I'll do, let me cut these together. Okay. Now, we'll cut on the outside portion of the line. So there is, and then we'll just cut off, make it round a bit. Okay, we'll cut off the corners. Okay. What's the first step? What we should do, let's drill some holes. We'll get the jigsaw. We'll get the jigsaw. And we'll cut it, I guess. Okay, let me go to the bed. I'm going to go to the drill press. Just put a couple of holes in here and I'll be back. Okay. I just don't know how I'm going to do this with the camera. In the meantime, let's get a piece of leather and get it soaking. So here's some scrap leather. So I'm thinking like 1 and 1.5 inch millimeters. This is just over a millimeter. That's okay. 1/17. That's good. That's too thick, I can tell. That's too thick, I can tell. This one is 1/6. This would be nice. You know what? Let's just use these two. About 115 each, 116, 117. 1.16, 1.17 millimeters, right? So I want nice. They have to be nice and wide because when it forms, so here's the leather we'll be using. Put a little bit too much water, but anyways. There we go. Let it absorb some water, get nice and soft and supple. Take this off to the side. Okay, what's in there? Look at this. What else do I have? I'm not fixing this now. So I'm going to cut into it and then glue it up. Crazy glue it. Use some CA glue. I'm going to do that. The mold will hold, right? I'm going to use some clamps. I'll be right back. So there's a cut here. We'll put some CA glue in there, and let's just sand this down. I'm going to use. So I got to fix that. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Anyways. fairly good. That is good. Got some plastic wrap here. I'm going to cover the key in the plastic wrap just to avoid getting moisture in the electronics on it or in it. Like so. That's easy. Let's take the leather. We're going to clamp it and leave it overnight. So let it thoroughly dry. So, should we? Do we need to? We'll just put a clamp on this. So I don't think we need it. So it's going to be like this. Cover it like this. Cover it like with the inside. Okay, folks, don't know if we have any difference in audio quality. We are testing out a new microphone. We've let this dry overnight. Got it in the clamp. I took it out of the bench vise as I didn't want this covered. There would be more circulation if I had just these other clamps surrounding it. So it's a little bit moist. It's good to work with here. Okay. The next step I want to, well, you know what the next step is actually? I want to make the strap. I want to make it about 3/4 of an inch thick. And just wondering, I am just wondering if I can use one of these edges maybe. How long does it have to be? Okay. We'll dye these brown. We're doing brown. We'll move this out of the way. We'll dye these. We'll let them sit. We'll dye these, and then I'm just going to leave it back in here as it's drying. No, this is good. It's a little bit big. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We've got a water-based dye. It's bison brown. We tried that. I don't know if I showed it. Here's the test. So this is the bison brown. This is the black. And this is a 1-to-1 mixture. Can you see that? I like that color. So we're going to go here. A couple coats maybe. We're going to use this dye applicator thingy. It's water-based, so I'm going to be cheap. I'm going to wash this after. Why am I doing the whole thing? I just want to go to Mac. Let's get some more. After we cut it, we'll do the edges. Maybe I should have cut it first. No, I'd rather do this first. I'd rather dye it first. See that crease? This crease is from that where we cut. Oh well. It's losing its cat hairs, this thing. These were cheap. I wonder if they're good ones. If the expensive ones don't shed. Stop shedding. It's nice and dark. I think it's a nice and even application, right? There's no light spots, no dark patches, no light patches. Okay. We'll let this dry, and then we'll come back, and then we'll give it a cut, and then we'll do some stitching. Then we'll add the little keychain. All right, pretty cool, huh? It's gonna be nice. Okay, put this away. I'm gonna wash this and use it on the brown. I'm gonna see if it works, and then maybe if I wash it, it'll get rid of all the cat furs. Maybe I should wash them all. Anyways, that's yet to be decided. Okay, we're gonna stop now. Update: washing it doesn't prevent the shed, so don't bother. The problem is I can't get close to the edge to put the mark, so I'm gonna go do it by eye. So what we'll do is we'll put the key in. Where's the key? I'm figuring this out as we go along, guys. Put the key in. Put it in half the bracket. And then we punch the hole, right? So for instance, and I'm punching into wood, so it's okay. Okay. We'll trim it after. We're going to stitch it. It's going to be tough. I'll do my best. One, two. I'm going 5 times the length. I usually keep my stitching in some type of vise. I have a stitching pony, but I don't want to do it with the key in there, so I haven't stitched really freehand before. So let's see how it goes. So anyway, this could be an experience. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. I want to go through here. That's going to be very awkward. Just take the key out and stitch it. It'll still be free. I don't want to squish it. So we'll just do this. And let's change the angle of this camera. And let's bring it here. Anyways. Okay. So go through there. And we come out through the same hole. And it's loose. Because it's loose, I'm gonna have difficulty. But we'll do our best. That's what we don't want. All right. One done. 50 to go. Oh, I wish it was together. You know what? Let me after this one. It's not together. gonna be tough getting started, that's all. Okay. All right, well, we got started. Yeah, it's much easier when you use the awl and you get yourself a hole in there. Oh, or not. Let's see. I'm going slow. This is called saddle stitching. I've got a video on how to saddle stitch. I'll just post it up here. I'm not an expert or anything, but I am getting better. As with everything, and I just mentioned earlier, everything takes practice. Oh, see if we need to align properly. There we go. What I'll do is I'll try to get this stitched. I'm going to put it back in the clamp. No, I'm just going to let it dry overnight with the key in there, because this might shrink it a little bit. I'd rather it shrink with the key inside as opposed to trying to stretch it afterwards. So we'll get the key in there, we'll let it dry, then we'll trim the edges. We'll cut the hole for the loop. It's getting there. Nice and tight, see? That's the way to do it. Looks nice. When it dries, oh, it's starting to fray. Ah, shoot. Oh, look what happened. With like 2 more stitches too, right? Oh no. Okay. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Three more. What you have to do is you come back stitch once. So you come back. Oops. Okay. Um. 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 Let's use this. Okay. Careful does as careful is. Oh, don't go too thick. Don't go too deep into it, is it? Don't go too deep. Don't go. What am I doing? Just a nice little punch. Punch me crazy, punch me sweet. I hope I have straight lines. Punch me crazy, punch me sweet. Don't go going nuts. Punch me crazy, punch me deep. 'Cause I never will. I hope I didn't screw this up. Else I'm not starting over. That wasn't straight. Let's make sure they're straight. Okay, so that side's good. Is that it? Let's try it. It's too late now. We're going to cut it. Okay. Let's see how good my freehand is. Okay, so this is good. Oh, I want to go through all the way. I went through that, even if I didn't want to go through all the way. We do want to go through all the way, right? Yes. Okay. I think I may just... The strap I have here is with a snap. I'm going to make another one with some Chicago screws. Yeah. Okay, we want... So we wanted it... This was a good thickness. So 20. Trying not to get my head into the camera. Okay. Seven centimeters, we said. Ooh, barely. Okay. Okay, let's add some finish to it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's use this too. Let's see. Let us see. Let us see, said the blind rabbit. That doesn't make sense at all, said the blind rabbit. We are. Stop. 3.79 millimeters. So we're looking for a 4 millimeter punch. Here's the 4. Okay. So, oh, called 5.5. There. Oh, we lost it. $19.2. Okay. This should be relatively easy to put together, shouldn't it? Shan't it? It goes right here. We call it there. Oh, now we want it like that. I want to go through all of it. So all the way through. So that's done. It's fairly easy, this thing. Okay, it's finishing time. This is the strap we had on. As you can tell, the snap, I didn't even locate it properly, so I didn't want to snap anyway. Not as secure. We use these Chicago screws, can't talk, to attach the two ends of the strap together. Let me just unscrew it. We'll put this together, and we'll say, thank you for watching. So, we want to screw this way, I guess, right? I'm going to put it this way. So that's there. We'll get the key ring. Put the key ring there. Now let's complete this project. That goes there. Key ring. The other end. Screw this on. It's turning on the other side. So, what did we say we're going to say? We're going to say, thanks for watching. Tune in again next week for another exciting episode of The Fellow Hobbyist. Just kidding. Thanks, guys. See you soon.